having some great deals. We have one coming up, maybe with India, very big one, where we're going to open up India.
Days after Trump's big hint, it's now almost official. India and the U.S. have reportedly locked in terms for a long-awaited trade deal, and this deal was finalized on the weekend. In fact, India's trade team has extended its stay in Washington, and officials are now ironing out the differences as the two sides look to clinch the deal before July 9th. Why July 9th? Because that's when higher, revised U.S. tariffs are set to kick in. It's when Donald Trump's 90-day moratorium ends. The U.S. president had warned that a 26% reciprocal tariff would be reinstated on Indian goods. So of course, everyone wants an announcement before that, and it's expected any day now. This would cap months of intense negotiations, spanning tariffs, agriculture, and strategic diplomacy. The clock is clearly ticking. India exports over $118 billion in goods and services to the U.S., making it one of New Delhi's most important trading partners. Fail to meet the deadline, and U.S. tariffs resume, which would potentially hit 87% of Indian exports, by estimates. But even if the deadline is met, this is likely a mini deal, a first phase leading to deeper negotiations into 2026.
We're not going to make deals with everybody. Some we're just going to send them a letter, say thank you very much, you're going to pay 25, 35, 45%.
Trump's deal-making strategy gives India leverage over other countries who could be facing high tariff rates by the U.S. And for Trump, fresh off a deal with China, India was next on the agenda. He recently called the coming agreement a very big deal and long overdue. While details haven't been officially released, insiders say the deal includes tariff relief on key Indian exports, in exchange for limited market access for U.S. agricultural goods excluding controversial genetically modified crops. India had drawn clear red lines on agriculture, with Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman warning against endangering domestic farmers. For the U.S., the goal was to open India's markets, especially for dairy and processed foods. The mini deal is expected to cover roughly $15 to $20 billion worth of trade, and could pave the way for a full-fledged free trade agreement if both sides agree on structural reforms later. Beyond trade, this deal helps both countries recalibrate ties in the face of China's growing influence. This is probably why China has issued a strong warning against any trade agreements between the U.S. and third countries that would affect Chinese interests, and has threatened countermeasures to protect their rights. For Trump, it's another campaign win. He can claim to have rebalanced trade without compromising U.S. farmer interests. With a final announcement likely before July 8th, this trade pact is as much about politics as economics. The pressure of the ticking tariff clock is immense.